It's the NFL on EA Sports. Two AFC East teams about to collide as we join you from Ralph Wilson Stadium.
I don't know which team has the better tight end, but I do know that could very well be the difference in this game today.
Well, if you made me choose between the two, I'll tell you what. I'll just say you take one. I don't care who you take. I'll take the other one because they're both that good. They can do it all. As I say, you hear me say it every once in a while. They're all in one. That means they can do anything you want.
The Dolphins from the 27. Miller's met at the 30. The defense stands up early and stops the run cold.
Good job that time. You said it, Jim, by the defense. They attacked the offensive line, and there was nowhere for the running back to run the football.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
Tannehill from the gun.
Flag.
Tannehill's going to avoid the hit by sliding.
Good job that time by the quarterback sliding. The team, you are valuable to them throwing the football, not running. Slide before you take that hit.
Following that penalty, it sets up 2nd down and 17. It's an empty backfield for Tannehill this time.
From the shotgun.
Makes the reception. And that's a gain of 13.
That's what you call a bullet pass. Very little space to throw the football into, but he gets it done. A lot of velocity, right on target.
The Dolphins now facing 3rd down. A week ago, they were up to the challenge in these spots. The Dolphins will approach this play from out of the pistol. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. The tackle's made, and the 1st down is picked up.
Jim, let's keep our eye on the defense. If they keep giving up runs like this, they're going to have to change what they're doing on the defensive side. Maybe bring another guy down in the box to stop those runs.
The Dolphins will take the snap from the 40. Outside now on the toss.
And now we'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. The defense will take the penalty.
First down coming up. Miller's got it. Screenplay.
And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we see it more and more. Football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Second down here. The Bills will come out in the dime. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Had it for a moment, but then lost it on the hit. Here's a look at the Dolphins offense. They will be expecting far greater efficiency today. A week ago, they turned it over on 3 occasions. This is 3rd down. The Dolphins need to get to the 50 for a first down. Tannehill's back in shotgun formation.
Mario Williams takes the quarterback down.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Harvin will return the punt. And he is tackled at the 44. That return's good for about 14. The Bills have it at the 44. He's drilled as he throws. Here's the Bills offense. This is an efficient group. Last week, turning the football over just once. Second down after the incompletion. Taylor's going to take it from the gun. What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
Let's take a look at the defensive starters.
It'll be third down. McCoy's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Pass is intercepted. He's brought to a halt.
Well, nowadays, your linebackers, they got to be able to do everything. They got to be big enough to get in there and stop the run, and also athletic enough to be able to get in position and make an interception. Good job by the linebacker.
Ryan Tannehill will be under center. First down at the 42.
Miller with the reception.
And now we'll take a look at the Bills defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways.
2nd and 8.
Tannehill gives it up. Miller's brought down after picking up 6 on this play.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
They'll set up now at midfield.
Tannehill's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. The give. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Miller's trying to find a way to pick up that short yardage situation on 3rd down, but the defense does an outstanding job, especially the defensive line. Nowhere to run and no first down.
A punt just like it was drawn up, and now the defense has them backed into the corner. The Bills offense can reignite things now after last time moving the football only to throw a drive-ending interception.
And this is what this defense lives on. They thrive on it. They let you move the football a little bit, but they wait for that mistake. Is that mistake going to be an offensive penalty, a drop pass? At that time, it was an interception, so that's what this defense does, and they do it well.
LaShawn McCoy takes the handoff. Delmas is there to take him down.
That was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
That'll be 2nd and 4 after the running play.
Look at that. Everybody at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing a blitz.
He's tackled beyond the mark
markers. It's a first down.
When you backed up, there's just so few plays that you feel comfortable running. That time, nice job by the play caller. Gave the offense a chance, and they picked up a big first down.
First and 10. They'll go ground. Sues all over that offense and brings him down.
The Bills offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Dropping back now into the shotgun.
You know you got a good defense when you can hit the quarterback and sack him when you're only sending your defensive front and no blitzers.
Third down and trying to get out of here with their lives. The corners retreating. Handoff made. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
The Bills decide to go for a run here on 3rd and long. And look, not second-guessing that play call. Not many in the playbook. In the passing game, they're going to pick up a first down. They go with the run. The defense is not fooled. And now they're going to have to punt.
And the punt is kicked out of bounds. The Dolphins weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim. And you do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
Well, it's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
The football just inside the 40 at the 39. Miller's in the backfield. Single back set. Now 1st and 10. Easy catch there. No one near him. Tannehill's back at it now. Dropping back once again. Should have had it.
Sims is unable to bring that pass in, Jim. He just took his eyes off the football. And when you do that, it's usually going to result in a drop. Those things happen. It's not a perfect game. You got to overcome adversity. I think this guy will do it. Next time it comes his way, he'll make the catch.
2nd down and 10. He climbs the ladder and has it. Can you believe how vertical he got there?
I can believe it, Jim Nance. I can, because we see it so often. The receivers in the NFL are just unbelievable. We take these catches for granted, but that was a tremendous play.
We're back here getting ready for the 2nd quarter. Phil, that was a defensive tug of war the 1st quarter.
It sure was, and it was a tug of war, and it was boring. That's what it looked like. I want to give the defense some credit. I thought they did well, but really the offenses just...
Touchdown, Dolphins. Miller's got his first touchdown of the season.
You got to give the offensive line just a lot of credit. It's 1st and goal. They just line up and power the football in there. Nice run, but a great job by the O-line.
Add the extra point. The kick is good. The Bills are ready to return the kickoff. Harvin will run this one out. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Bills heading back out there on offense, hoping to improve on their last possession, which ended rather quickly with a punt.
Yeah, I think what they got to do, they got to come out and be a little more creative, get the defense off guard, make them think over there. That was too generic what they did on the offensive side. If you want to score, show some ingenuity.
2nd down and 2 to go after the running play. The Bills come out with a split backfield. Out of the gun. Intercepted. With the lead and their defense making plays like that, this is shaping up to be a very positive 2nd quarter.
And they got it rolling, don't they, on both sides of the ball. And, you know, when you're in a situation like this, be aggressive. Go for the score as quick as you can on the offensive side. The defensive line saw something the offense is doing. Look at them all shifting to the right. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving them hand signals. Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
All set up now at the 15.
Tannehill's lined up. 2 tight ends set. 1st down here after the completion. They're going back up top. It's caught by Landry. Landry's tackled down after a gain of 10.
The Dolphins are trying to go down the field that time with the throw, but nobody's open. They throw it short. Doesn't fool the defense, and they get very few yards.
Coming up to the line at the 5.
The Dolphins come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Brown's there to make the tackle. It's 3rd down coming up. The quarterback with the give to the fullback. Touchdown, Miami. Rushing it in for his 1st score of the year.
The fullback in most offenses in the NFL very seldom gets to carry the football, but down near the goal line, they serve a good purpose. Quick hitting plays by a big, powerful guy gets it done.
Extra point was good. The Dolphins getting ready to kick it off. Goodwin's got it. And the tackle is made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. The Bills offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
From the shotgun. Looking across the middle. Grabs it with one hand. One-handed catches, Phil, are becoming a thing of art.
Well, they practice it now, Jim. I think as they're growing up, you see them practice it out on playgrounds when they're in practice, and they come out here in the game, and they just make it happen. That is really, truly an incredible one-handed catch.
McCoy on the screen. McCoy's tackled down after a gain of 7.
The Bills coaching staff has done a good job of mixing things up today on 1st down. The pass catches the defense off guard. They pick up solid yards. Now it's 2nd and short.
The Dolphins defense lined up in a 4-6 formation. The Bills snap it at the 36. McCoy has the catch. McCoy taken down.
Well, I guess the only good thing you can say about that play, the quarterback's happy. He gets a completion, but it only goes for a couple yards.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Bills have it at the 34. Away, going to take it the distance. He's in for the touchdown, but hold on a minute. There's a flag down. There's a flag away from the football.
You don't see a lot of them anymore because we have so many good tackling safeties in the NFL, but not this time. That long run goes for a touchdown. It was about the moves and the blocks down the field. Terrific job by the offense. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
The Bills will take the snap from the 40. It's intercepted.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just misjudge the talent on the other side. And what a play by the linebacker picking off the pass. What a pair of hands also.
The Dolphins come out for the next possession, having reached the end zone on each of their 2 previous drives.
Yeah, it's been good stuff to watch, no doubt. You know, the offensive side, the offensive coordinator is right in tune with the quarterback to call exactly the plays that need to be called because of the situations, and the quarterback has been hot throwing the football.
And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on 1st down. Another interception. That brings the play to an end.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
The Bills will try to put a little drive together and not give the football away, Phil, as each team seems to want to treat it like it's a hot potato.
Well, sometimes it is a hot potato. Did you know back in 1985, Jim, I set a record for fumbles in a football season? It wasn't easy to do, but I accomplished it. It was a lot of hard work, and I got it done.
And they are all over Harvin. That's reception number 2 for him.
Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
1st and 10. Here's the give to LeSean. Touchdown. That'll close the gap. And the gap is narrowed to just a few points thanks to that touchdown. There's still a lot of time left on the clock before halftime.
Yeah, I know. Here we are in the 2nd quarter, midway, and you know, the game looked like it was out of control. That touchdown, now you look up at the scoreboard, and you realize it's close, and it's almost like kicking off and starting over.
Landry's going to test the coverage here. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Dolphins just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
The Bills sat at the line, dime package. First down at the 23. Miller's taken down at the 26. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the running play on 1st down. They motion the receiver around to the other side. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Nice job that time by the receiver on the post route. He's open, but the quarterback throws it too far and misses it.
The offense needs 6 yards here on 3rd down after that incompletion. 3rd and 6 coming up. Miller's got it. Screen. He's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a 3 and out for this offense.
Good job by the defense. So they're well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the 1st down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have 4th down.
Harvin's going to look for space now. Tackle down at the 46-yard line.
Hartman's such a great athlete. You got to find ways to get the football to him. Here's another way to get it to him. On a punt return, how explosive is he? Man, very. That's the answer.
LaShawn McCoy is in the backfield. First down at the 46. That's a gain of only a yard.
McCoy's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
2-minute warning.
The defensive line now shifting to a spread look. They're going to try to pressure the quarterback on this play. Now he's going to change the play. Look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
On the receiving end, it's Harvin. That's a gain of 6. The Bills have tried to lean on the passing attack so far. Harvin's been a favorite of his quarterback, and he's proven why he deserves to be targeted so often today.
You're right. He deserves to be targeted because he is one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. And when he catches it, look out. He can get yards after the catch.
3rd and 3. Intercepted. A foot race to the end zone. The 10, and in for the touchdown.
What a catch. What an interception. And not only that, take it all the way back for a touchdown. You talk about deflating for an offense. Oh, shoot. That gets close to making them quit.
Inside of the uprights. The Bills are ready to return the kickoff. Goodwin's running this one out. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Bills back onto the field. Of course, the last drive they had it looked like they were going to put up some points, only to watch the football get picked off in opponent's territory.
Smart defensive coach they're going against in this game today. He knows how to put his players in positions to make plays, and he did that last drive, and they came up with the INT.
Was that on the quarterback, or was that just a great play by the defender?
I'm giving most of the credit to the defender. It's just a good play.
It's now 2nd down.
They complete it over to Charles Clay. The Dolphins signal for the timeout, and that's the first one they've used. 3rd down now. The Bills will line up. The first down markers right at the 31-yard line. Robert Woods with the reception. Ducks out of bounds.
Situations you go over so many times in practice and training camp. Know what's going on the offensive side, how to preserve time. Good job that time by the offensive player. Get out of bounds and giving his team more chances to get it done here in the first half.
First down and 10. Weaving it down the field. He caught it.
I always love it when all the experts say arm strength is overrated in the NFL. Well, tell me about that after that throw and catch.
Taylor's completion percentage, 60% on the day. The Bills have driven inside the red zone, and last week they were so effective inside the 20. Taylor's got it in the gun. Drilled as he throws it.
Failing to complete that one, so 2nd down here.
Taylor's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Has Watkins. Copels is able to read that play and make the hit. The Bills call a timeout. Their first.
On the way, 3rd down.
The Dolphins defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Taylor standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
A short field goal try on the way.
The
kick is good. That was a good hold, good kick, 3 points. Good job by the offense.
Dan Carpenter readying his team for the kickoff. Landry's going to test the coverage this time. Williams there that time for the tackle. That return's good for about 19. The Dolphins offense is on the field, hoping to erase the memory of their last drive, which was completely unproductive, a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they can erase this defense. This defense is pretty good. We saw that in the last drive, and they got good players, and they're pretty excited, so this is going to be tough on the offense.
The Bills go with the dime formation here on defense. Here's the handoff.
They tackle him at the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins, 1 timeout remaining.
Second and 2 coming up. The corners step back. This will probably be the last play of the first half.
The Dolphins snap it up at the 26.
Gets about 9 on the play. That'll do it for the first half. We'll be sending you to Larry Ridley back in our studios as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports.
Goodwin's got it on the return. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30.
The Bills talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
He's in the clear. The 10. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. You can always see the mark of great coaching, Phil, with adjustments at halftime, and that touchdown certainly has changed the tenor of this one.
That's what this league is about. You practice all week to get ready for a football game, and then on the fly in 10 minutes, you might have to change what you're thinking. They did it, and it got them right back in this game.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
The Dolphins offense takes the field. Let's see if this momentum can carry over from the first half, because they have been brilliant to this point, partner.
Yeah, a lot of things changed in that locker room at halftime. You know, you might feel good about what you've done. Of course, you got to realize the defense might be upset and is willing to come out here and take more chances in the second half.
First down at the 20. It's Miller. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. He's now over 50 yards rushing on the day. And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down. Double tight end formation. He'll throw it over the middle. And it's batted down.
That was an incomplete pass that time against cover 2, the 2 deep safeties. And you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep down the sidelines. That time the quarterback didn't do that, and that's why it was incomplete.
Failing to connect there, third down.
The Dolphins get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. Ryan Tannehill will take it from the gun.
Tannehill's taking off. Tannehill will slide here and in the play.
It's not as easy as it looks. That quarterback, good job of sliding before he takes the hit that time.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt.
First down at the 34.
Makes the reception.
Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Handoff. Browns there to make the stop.
Miller's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
It's now second down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. The Bills defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Takes the hit, throws. Third down on the way. Miller's lined up in a single back formation. Throws the pass. That's been the story of this game. Another third down conversion to move the chains. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. And now Tannehill's going to take off. He's picked off again.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
The Bills really have this offense cranking, Phil. They've scored on their last 2 series.
You know, what we see now in the NFL, so many different ways to move an offense. Screens, run plays, power plays, trick plays. Right now, everything working on the offensive side.
Second down following that incompletion. McCoy is lined up directly behind the quarterback here. McCoy lines up in the backfield.
When you see linebackers moving like this, they're trying to confuse the offensive line.
Now 3rd and 5 after the run. The Bills need to get to the 26 to get a first down. Taylor's back in shotgun formation. And intercepted.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
The Dolphins will try to hold on to the football. This has been one big turnover after another, Phil. Just what the coaches talked about in our meetings with him this week about ball security. It's not happening here.
Well, it tells you the players did not listen to the coaches, that's for sure, because ball security is not what we're seeing out there. I know this. Next week in practice, there's going to be a lot of drills about hanging on to the football. The Dolphins, they never back off. That first down, they got a small lead here in the second half. What are they looking to do? They're looking to march this football down the field and score. Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
The Dolphins come out in a bunch set. And the give to Lamar Miller. Williams is there to make the tackle. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
2nd and goal from the 3. It's Mario Williams who makes the stop.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's 3rd and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
Coming to the line at the 3. 3rd and goal from the 3. Tannehill's on the move. And it's knocked down.
It's 3rd and goal. You don't get into the end zone. What do you do now? I think you go for it. You call the right play. Give your team a chance to put a touchdown on the board.
And he converts here on the field goal try.
Well, that time the offense had great field position. They don't take advantage of it, but at least they get 3 points. Good job by the kicker coming in and getting some points on the board.
Goodwin's going to start his return. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down.
The Bills offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
3rd catch today so far.
The Bills, good job that time, moving the chains, picking up that 1st down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the 2nd half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another 1st down, and that'll serve your team well.
Here we go. Corners are backing off here. 1st and 10. Watkins is the receiver on the screen.
Quarterback should have never thrown it that time. Even though he completes the pass, he should have seen the defense was right there. A loss of a couple yards.
Loss of a couple that time. And here we have 2nd down. The Dolphins come out in a dime package. Gets the handle here. McCoy's tackled down at the 43.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Third and 5.
Incomplete. The hit jarred the ball loose.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
That punt sets up the defense now in excellent position as they're able to down the football inside the 10. A long field ahead of them at the 10.
The Dolphins are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Almost intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up 2nd down.
The D-line saw something on the offense. Everybody shifting to their left.
And that's Williams who almost had the interception.
Great situation to be in for the defense right here. It's 3rd long, and even though their team is losing the game, you could get after the quarterback and hope you could find a way to force a turnover.
Looking at 3rd down. Miller's lined up as the single back.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Going for the deep ball. A close brush with an interception that time by Gilmore.
The Dolphins really don't have much of a chance of picking up this 1st down. It's 3rd long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
And that punt is going out of bounds. They are not going to allow them to return it.
playing press coverage to the outside. Quarters formation here for the defense. McCoy. And he's brought down right at the 43.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally you're going to grab the face mask.
And Williams is taking the handoff. Coming up, second down.
Look at those linebackers shifting around, trying to confuse the quarterback.
And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
The Bills did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and, you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. The Bills will take the snap from the 30. McCoy's taken down at the 25. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
Coming to the line at the 25.
McCoy, solo, back set. Second down and 5. Looking across the middle, it's Clay.
Taylor's job is to sell that play fake, and boy, did he do it that time. It fooled the defense, and they get the completion. Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
LaShawn McCoy takes the handoff and gains maybe 4.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course it'll be a touchdown.
Second and goal to go. Mitchell's the one who made the big stop.
I love situations like this. This is a big play in the game. This really could decide who's going to win or who's going to lose.
Stepping up to the 3-yard line.
Look out. The defense is showing a blitz here.
Third and goal at the 3. Back to him. And that's a 2-yard gain.
Good job that time by the defense. They stop them short on third and goal. What will the offense do? I'm sure the defense is hoping they go for it.
They bring back out the offense to go for it.
The defensive line is now all spreading out.
Gets it again. Bills in for the score. McCoy's second touchdown of the game.
The head coach decides he wants to be the aggressor in this situation. On fourth and goal, he goes for it. Nice play call that time.
The Bills can tie it up with the point after. An extra point is good. The Dolphins are back deep, waiting for the kick return. Landry's going to run this one out. Breaks out of the tackle. Landry's met at the 23. That return's good for about 24. The Dolphins got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3 and out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you who's going to be more demoralized is the defense, because they need to sit on the sidelines and get a little rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now.
And that'll gain just a few yards.
He didn't get many yards that time on that run, but he's had a terrific day. When there's an opportunity to get some yards, he's been there to take advantage of it.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8.
They're going to run it on the toss.
The Dolphins think they're doing a good job this time by running the football on second down. And what do? They lose a couple of yards. Now you have third and long. You better be careful in this situation.
Loss of 4 on the play. Third down.
The Dolphins all bunched up here as they get set at the line.
From the gun, Tannehill. Pass is intercepted.
What a huge swing that interception could be with this game tied in the fourth quarter, Phil.
Absolutely, Jim. Mistakes in the second half, they can always hurt you. But when you get in the fourth quarter and you throw an interception, usually you're going to lose that game.
They're happy to begin this drive from this point.
Defense is crowding the line of scrimmage. They're trying to confuse the quarterback.
Williams taking it on the screen.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time. He throws it down the field for another completion.
Coming to the line at the 27. The Dolphins defense now is going to go nickel.
Good job by the defensive line shifting all down inside. I think they're expecting a run up the middle.
Woods with the catch. They bring him to the turf.
There's no doubt time of possession can be an overrated stat in games many times. But one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this and pick up those first downs and keep it going.
From inside the red zone.
Teams in the NFL spend about 30-40% of their time all week long practicing plays in the red zone. So there's a lot they can do here. Let's see if they come up with something that works.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 4.
Jams it across the goal line for the touchdown.
And how clutch was that score right there, partner, when they absolutely had to have it, they get the touchdown.
Clutched by the offense. Now let's see if the defense can deal with the pressure. Can they go out there and answer the bell and finish this game off? We'll find out.
Landry's got it. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30.
The Dolphins are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck. That's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to go out there and be much better.
And it's swatted away.
Tannehill's ready for the snap, empty backfield. Midway through the fourth quarter, Darius has the sack.
You're talking about a bonus. When you get a defensive tackle that can get in the backfield and sack the quarterback, that is something special. Great job that time by the big D tackle.
Third down after the sack. The Bills with 2 extra defensive backs in the dive.
From the gun. Launching it deep.
And they can't connect.
When you're losing and you have the football, you need to make a play on third down. That was just a bad play call. And now it's fourth down. You're going to have to punt.
Harvin will return the punt. Still powering ahead.
Well, a lot of good things happen on both sides of football this time. How about that return by the return team? Good job, good blocking. Look at the speed of that guy running. They get the tackle from behind. They stop the touchdown.
The Bills will come to the line. Still a very close game here in the fourth quarter. The score's 31-24. First down at the 42. Down the field, and it's batted down.
That's what you have to do as a defensive back. You got to wait to the last second. Wait till the receiver uses his hands, and once they go up, put your hand in between them and knock that football down. What a play.
That leads us to second down. Here's the give to LaShawn McCoy. He's tackled right at the 36. He's now got 70-plus yards on the ground. Now 3rd and 4 following the run. The Dolphins with a nickel look here on defense. Another takeaway.
Isn't it awesome on the defensive side where you have linebackers can make plays like that, getting that interception? It's not always defensive backs that get to make those plays. Linebackers can do it too.
The Dolphins offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3 and out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3 and out again, you know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the field. You put this back out there already, so it's important to get a drive, give your defense a little rest.
That pass play picked up only 4. Second down and 6 coming up. These guys need to make something happen on offense with time beginning to run out. Oh, it almost picked off that time. This is 3rd down. Time is running out here in the 4th, and the defense is trying to preserve this win. Trying to power his way right up the middle. On his way. The 10, touchdown.
Anytime you see a long run for a touchdown, what you got to look for is blocking downfield. Nice job by the wide receivers and everybody hustling, making a block and a long touchdown run.
And the point after is good. The Dolphins ready to kick it away. Goodwin's going to test the coverage here. And Richardson's there to take it down. That return is good for about 27. The Bills offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
That's 5 receptions on the day. Taking another look at the stats here, we have a wide receiver who has put together a complete game, Phil.
It has been a tremendous game, Jim, no doubt about it. Now we understand why guys want to be wide receivers in the NFL instead of running backs. So many more ways to get the football and much easier to make plays happen once you get it.
Now 1st and 10. McCoy is going to take the handoff now. Two minutes to go in the second half. inside the 50.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
2nd down and 2.
To the outside, McCoy.
The Dolphins lined up in the nickel.
Taylor's going to take it from the gun.
Robert Woods with the reception.
What a nice corner route run by the receiver. He fakes the defensive back out, and look at the quarterback. He knows that little move. When he stuck it, he led him out to the corner. Nice throw, nice catch. Now the offense is down here in the red zone or the green zone if you like to think of money, and it's a tie game.
Touchdown, Buffalo. McCoy's got his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And another score by the running back. How about that? He has been terrific today here, getting all these touchdowns, running it inside, outside. It's been fun to watch. Offensive line doing an awesome job, too.
Miller's running this one out. Keeps churning ahead.
Miller's met at the 23. That return's good for about 25.
The Dolphins take the field again on offense. They'll be looking for a repeat of their last drive. They came away with a touchdown and really had the defense on its heels.
Well, it's going to be hard to repeat what they just did because it looked so easy and it was well done by their offense. And I think when you talk about situations...
Ball is out. And the recovery is made by the defense. Hey, the offense has a chance to do something with this drive. The Bills will take the snap from the 30. Wants to go deep, but it's incomplete.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position, nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
Second down coming up. Taylor's going to scramble.
Well, it's do or die right now, and you've got to go ahead and make the call to give your offense a chance to get this first down. And I know this team, they have a lot at their disposal. I think there's a play in there that's going to give them a good chance. When you see linebackers like this shifting, they're trying to confuse the quarterback.
The Dolphins defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. 3rd and 10. Looking at every option. Touchdown as we near the end of this.
Well, that touchdown just put the icing on the cake, Jim, whatever you want to say, because now the lead's too big, not enough time for the other team to come back. Great job by the offense.
The Bills getting set now for the extra point. And the extra point is good. The Bills getting ready for the kickoff. Miller's going to test the coverage this time. The Dolphins just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
First down at the 21. Scanning the field. Tannehill's now going to leave the pocket and tuck it under. Tannehill's taken down at the 40. Now on first down. Every snap crucial the rest of the way.
Good job by the offense here. Hustle up, get that football snap, conserve time, and most of all, conserve that timeout. Those are big down the stretch. Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Every play is huge now. Second down on the way. The Dolphins will take the snap from the 40. Looking to go deep. And it falls incomplete.
If you're a defensive back in the NFL now, you've got to be alert for the deep passes down the field, because not only do you got to play it well, you got to make sure you don't have pass interference.
And this is a crucial third down play coming up. The Dolphins will take the snap from the 40. Down the field. And the pass is picked off. And that will all but do it. Sims is in on the tackle. That's got to be it. That's got to be the game ender here, partner. The interception basically ices it.
It does. You know, sometimes when you're behind as a quarterback, you take a chance, and that time the chance was just too great. Nice play by the defense.
Coming to the line right at the 50.
Takes a knee. And now they'll try over again on second down. This is one here where you had to just hold your breath, because just after one touchdown was scored, there would be another one shortly right behind it. A high-scoring affair and a memorable day indeed.
It really was. How exciting, really. Jim, it was just, you said it, one big play after another, but it happened because both of these teams, man, do they have some superstars.
So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.